Are you recording?
Yeah, I am.
In case we end up using this. Okay, I am gonna rip that fucking thing apart.
The television?
Yes, I figured out how to do it.
Okay.
I haven't opened it yet. It's a bit of a mummy's tomb situation at the moment.
Sure.
But the front speaker grill comes off. It's like it's on there like it's a piece of like car facing or something on an interior.
Yep.
Like there's those little clippy fucking things that always break.
Yep.
So yeah, that comes off, and there's some security bits that hold the thing together, but that doesn't slow me down anymore. So, yeah, I can just clamshell that thing apart and find out what's in there. I'm hoping it's just a hard drive, in which case I'm gonna slap a new SSD in there and put like, I don't know. I kind of want to put like Bazite on it and see if I can just game on that thing natively and see what it does.
Yeah. That's fun. Okay.
Because I have no idea what, like, the hardware in there is bad, but I want to see what it can do.
Is there, like, I guess
I don't know what's in there though. It could be a custom board of some kind that, like, there might just be a memory chip soldered to a board that is its hard drive, that it's not easily replaceable. But I might fuck with that too. I don't know.
I mean, again, like, it is like a big television, and that always, kind of freaks me out of doing big things on big things. But also, you did only pay $50 for this dumb thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's also not like a great TV. Like, it's a TV.
No, it's a garbage TV. We just found out. We found out it's pretty garbage TV, which is fine.
Pretty bad.
Like my only real plan for it was either to get $50 of entertainment out of it or to use it in the garage where we lift.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be a gym TV.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need to be good. But yeah, so I'm gonna pop that thing open, and then if it's just got a SATA hard drive or an M.2 or something, great. I'll just swap that out, throw Linux on it, see what happens.
Yeah.
If it's got something soldered to it, then I think the next step is to see how it connects to the display, because that might be exploitable in some way. Like, I might be able to just disconnect the display from the main board and hook that to a different driver.
Yeah.
And then just like throw a Pi in there or something along those lines, or one of the many small auction computers I've scooped up here.
Yeah.
And then it can just be like a VLC player or something.
Yeah, because the only thing you end up losing out on is the camera, right?
Yeah, and that thing is terrifying anyway. Like,
it's probably best if you just.
I think I'm going to take that off anyway. Yeah, that was cool the first 2 times, and then it became immediately terrifying.
Yeah. Yep. Just like a big old trash can turning around looking at you. Yeah, man.
It makes a fuck of a noise too, is the problem. Yep. Yeah, those little servos in there. Yeah. It's got some T2 in it.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So that's plan B, is try to exploit the display, and then plan C would be to like desolder that memory chip, clip some wires to it, hook that into an Arduino as a serial to USB like adapter / sniffer, and figure out what's dump that cart essentially, and try to do something from there. I don't know.
Oh my god.
That'll be if it pisses me off a bunch.
Yeah,
that would be the last chance of making it usable if it ends up being more frustrating than it's worth. And then at the end of the day,
a YouTube TV.
Yeah, or it ends up being just a stand, because like I could get an adapter and mount anything onto those wheels.
That's true.
And like those stands are like $200. Yeah, that was kind of why I got it. I was like, well, at a minimum, this thing has a I'm not sure if it's standardized, but it's easily adaptable if it's not.
Yeah.
Stand on it. And those things are a couple $100 usually. So worst case, I got a stand for $50.
Yeah, not bad. Dumb Cisco TV.
That's the plan. But yeah, I'm gonna I shot that test footage putting half of that computer together until the camera died. So I got to figure that out. But I want to do a similar setup when I open that up for the first time.
Oh yeah. That needs to be captured for posterity.
Yeah.
Did you find out if the GoPro takes power?
I'm pretty certain it does. My brain just didn't want to try it. So that because it's waterproof, asterisks, there's like a hatch with a gasket seal on it, and that hatch covers the battery and the Type-C port. But that thing being closed is like the only, besides the vacuum due to how tight the battery fits in, that thing being closed is the only thing that keeps the battery connected to the contacts.
Oh.
So when the hatch is open,
if you leave that open, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
So I'm like, okay, I guess maybe I could just pull the battery out and try to run it that way. Because you don't. Yeah. Fucking pro tip here to anybody, if this makes it to an episode. You don't want a battery with dodgy connections, because that's how fires happen.
Yeah.
So if something's meant to be held in with tension, it needs that tension, or you should disconnect it. Because if it's in and out, that's how all those GPUs melted. The 4090 series, wasn't it? That were burning people's houses down.
I don't know.
One of those big tanky NVIDIA cards in the last couple generations melted a bunch, and it was, from what I remember, it was due to the like extra ATX connection, people not getting it clicked in all the way. So it ended up pushing like double the amps through half the cords, essentially, through half the cable, and then they would melt.
Overheating due to poor or incomplete insertion of the power connector. That sucks.
Yeah. Another reason that don't
do that.
Don't do that. You don't need a graphics card that pulls in 600 watts.
Yes, that's
just you probably don't.
Probably not. But if it takes down a crypto farm, like one loose cable. Loose cables sink crypto farms.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I've heard it. It's on poster.
Are you ready for all the dumb shit that I have planned for you today?
I think so. I'm a little bit nervous because it is a very long list, but I'm ready.
There's stuff I've left off, I'm sure, because I mean, you work with me,
Yeah,
how this
I
is.
know.
Yeah. There's like a constant implicit apology beneath everything. The easy one we're gonna get out of the way first is we're gonna steal Knowledge Fight's old cold open of the Bright Spot.
Perfect.
It's been a while since we've done that.
It has been a while. I don't think we've done a Bright Spot in the 70% era. I think that was like a codex only thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. That was born out of desperation. I think at the time it's just like, this is kind of neat, and it seems like a good way to like try to set my brain in a positive space before we do the thing. So let's start with that.
Also, always solve the problem of how do you start a podcast?
Yeah.
Which was also very helpful.
Yeah. So I'm gonna steal one of Jordan's old bright spots.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the show Taskmaster?
Oh yes. Yes. Yep.
I have finally convinced myself to start watching it, and I think Catherine and I went through like 6 episodes last night.
Which Taskmaster?
Manzukis, 19, maybe.
Okay, is there an American version of?
No.
Okay, so this is the British one.
Yes, I don't believe there is. At least I hope there's not. They would do a bad job of it if
they would. Yeah. I've watched older seasons of the British show, but truly the hardest I've ever laughed at one of those was there's a New Zealand run that had Guy Montgomery on it, and my God, the people in the Antipodes sure know how to flip it all on its head. It's so good.
We should probably describe this a little bit, at least.
Yeah. You want to explain what Taskmaster is?
Yeah, so it is a British television show. I would say it's kind of, a cross between Whose Line Is It Anyway and a stunt-based games show, maybe?
Kind of. It's like the it's kind of like the British panel show version of those like Japanese obstacle course things in some weird twisted kind of way.
Yeah. So you have a host, you have a co-host, and then a cast of 5 comedians who run for a season of 8 to 10 episodes, something in that range.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do a new cast of comedians every season. Host, co-host, stick around, and they just push them through silly tasks on a closed course, and you get to see what people with weird brains and a penchant for entertainment do when put in strange situations.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
also
good. It's on YouTube.
Perfect,
check it out.
The perfect mixture of I've given you an incredibly simple task, and then you sit there and watch someone try to realize what the riddle is, and sometimes there just isn't. It's good.
Yeah, and sometimes the fastest solution is instead of solving the riddle, you just destroy the riddle. What if instead of trying to figure out the combination to this little keypad box, you just smashed the box and took the thing out of it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes that's a viable solution as well. Occasionally,
or you abduct the guy who is supposed to be watching you, and you hide him in a closet so he can't watch you cheat.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Love Taskmaster. The New Zealand season, the first one that they did was incredible. You should watch that as it goes. I think that's also on YouTube. Once you reach the end of your UK journey with Manzukis.
Do you have an easy bright spot, like a green yellow one?
You know
maybe?
what? I do actually. This has been like the saga for this entire it's been like 4 or 5 days now at the old household. We bought the kid a Power Wheels John Deere tractor.
You sure did.
The bright spot is that it arrived today. It is assembled, and it is loud enough to where I am hearing it in my headphones, but it probably will not be coming through on the good old podcast. But
I don't hear a damn thing.
It's fucking incredible.
It seems real cool.
It's really cool. It's got like
really cool.
It's got a reverse. It has 2 speeds, and then we gave him the choice. He got to pick if he wanted to have the one that came with a trailer or no trailer, but this one has a scoop bucket on the front, so it can lift its boom up and you can put stuff in the bucket and then you can dump the bucket, and it's all like mechanical and stuff. And he has been rearranging the backyard for at least an hour now, running that thing into the ground.
He made a wise choice. You can ramshackle a trailer together, but the scoop is a tough ask.
Yeah, so it was like 4-bar linkage, and like it was rough. Like I could not have made one of those as elegantly as this probably poorly constructed injection molded plastic one.
This thing is pretty big, right? Like it looked sizable. Like
it's probably a good like 3.5-4 feet long. Like it is a big chunker.
It's like 50% scale or something. Like it's pretty big.
It's pretty obnoxious. It has like some downfalls that I immediately am going to be working on, I think. The first being, we have kind of like a hilly backyard, and it has plastic
Not
wheels.
for long. You got him the scoop.
That's true. I did get him the scoop. Maybe he will solve this problem himself.
Call Digger's hotline.
Good. Digger's hotline. Hey, my son has a tractor. He would like to make some mayhem back there. So I might have to like either put some studs in the wheels, or there's like a groove that runs down the center of the tire that I'm hoping will take a belt. I could put like a grooved belt in there to get some traction. Because I don't want to like first thought was put some sheet metal screws in the wheels.
Okay.
To like give it some studs so it'll kind of like grab on, but that'll destroy the yard, which I don't really care that much about. But we're planning on putting in a patio next year.
Aeration is what you would be doing.
Yeah,
people pay money for that.
They do. Yeah, Yeah, the screws would be going into the tire, but actually for good aeration, we should pop them out from the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through and
So
through.
that, and then we started putting it together, and he was immediately like looking at the lights, and he's like, "Do those turn on?" I was like, "No, dude, they don't turn on. But if you ride this thing
they can
a lot,
turn on.
they can turn on."
Oh,
so I might be modifying this to take
they
some
can
electronics.
Yeah.
I was already also thinking about like attaching, making 3D printed clips that I can put on there, so you can just slap his shovel onto the side of the thing, the boom arms. So
can you
just bring his tools around?
Can you make the tractor Molly compatible and just get them little pouches?
You could probably make that happen.
I have some questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe chains on the tire. I guess that's not a question. That's a statement. But maybe
We could
chains.
do that. Yeah,
that might be a solution. The question though, at some point, the child will be larger than the tractor accommodates.
Correct.
Can we do something horrible to this thing at some point in the future potentially?
Oh, of course. What do you have?
Can we put an Arduino in this and see if it's like got a speed governor on it currently? Like how?
Ooh.
What can we make this thing do with like custom firmware or something?
I don't know, but I bet we could think of something dumb.
I assume it can't be much more complicated than like a Pi or an Arduino in there. And I bet we could connect whatever like servo driver they're using to a Pi.
Yeah. I actually so most of all you can really see is the battery compartment and then some of the lead lines that run to the motors in the back. And it's all like inside the injection molded plastic. So I can't really see what is powering this thing. But just by seeing it kind of struggle going up the hill, you can see that it has like, it only has, it seems to like switch off wheels actually. Like it'll go up and it'll spin on the left and then it'll engage the right sometimes. But I think it's only on press. Like when he presses the wheel, it will like alternate which one, or the pedal. It'll alternate which wheel spins.
It has like positraction?
Yes, maybe. But yeah, so we have some things that we could do with it. Also, like, I'm not above just fully seeing this thing and just like, okay, you've outgrown your tractor phase. That's fine. But what we have here is a battery powered motor that is rear wheel drive and a perfect template for suspension and like a steering column. So let's slap some bike wheels on this thing and put it on a bed, and now you have yourself a little go-kart.
Let's see what it does.
Yeah. So there's plenty of options here, and also just I can't imagine it's that difficult to swap out the motor there, and just put something a little bit more powerful in there.
See, we say all these things, and I was just thinking about it, and it is a John Deere. So
hang on. This was like legit one of the things that I was thinking about of like, when do I get to tell him about right to repair?
That might be, it feels a little...
It's a little early.
Might be.
Little early. 3.5, not a great time to learn about right and repair. But when is, if you think
it's a little abstract.
Yeah.
By like 5, though, I think we can
start,
we can work something into the curricula.
Yeah. I'll have to like start docking his allowance every time he wants to take a screw out. It's like, I'm sorry, you didn't pay the licensing fee for that, so I'm gonna need a couple of goldfish out of that one.
You're in jail now.
You're in jail. I'm really sorry, but you did break the law.
Yeah. We'll get there. Don't worry. That'll be later in the episode. This does, since we're just doing some potpourri bullshit at the top here, this does segue into the new semi-reoccurring cold open that I am springing on you.
Yeah, is this not, let's guess, the dumb shit that I bought at auction? Because I was prepared for that, but it seems like maybe not.
It sure isn't. No, you knew about that already. That's a thing we've done. This is new. I mean, this is, to be fair, this is a thing we've already done, and we just did a moment ago, but now I have a name for it and a little bit of ethos, so now it can be regular.
Okay.
workshopping title, Big Dumb Idea.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. I am buckled up.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So yeah, I'm just going to tell you about a big dumb idea that I've been working on. This is a thing that we both do pretty regularly. The thing may or may not ever come to any sort of fruition beyond the ideation phase, which is fine. But I think it needs to be big, but that's open to interpretation.
Yep.
So it could be big in scope or scale or fascination or interest. Just some adjective, something you can tie big into.
Yeah.
And also dumb. I feel like that one's kind of self-explanatory. It needs
super
to be
important.
It needs to be somewhat purposeless, to a degree, at least. So, with that being said, my most recent big dumb idea that I lost a few hours to the other day was trying to figure out how to set up television channels within my home.
Oh. Okay.
There's coax all through this place already.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything with this coax. What could I be doing with all of this coax that's already in the walls?
Oh my God. Okay.
And I was like, oh, it would be really cool if I could like set up some kind of a playlist or something that would inject television into my walls. And then I could go up to the TV in the bedroom while we're folding clothes and turn on cartoons or something that's just playing at all times.
Yeah.
And that was the seed. And then that grew into a tree of nonsense.
Yeah, I was going to say, so right there, that's a silly idea. But I see how you got there. It's a big project and has potential to be dumb, but is general. Kernel of the idea is there. However, I know how your brain works. It didn't stop there.
Sure didn't, bud.
Yep.
so it's not exceedingly difficult to do 2 channels.
Sure.
But that's not nearly enough. I would not be cool with only 2 channels. That's dumb.
No. You need at least 5.
Yeah, I was like, I want a TNG channel. Like, can you imagine if you just turn on your TV and then just Star Trek is playing 24/7? You just don't
syndicated Star Trek.
Like,
yeah.
Perfect. I've been attempting to remove as much analysis paralysis from my life as possible because it is a constant companion of mine. So just having that available is appealing to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get like your Star Trek, your cartoons. Then I was like, oh, I could download a bunch of like YouTube videos and make a shuffle playlist with like all of our favorite YouTube videos. That's just looping through. Just like a folding ideas channel inside my house.
Yeah, that's great. You could like tune in halfway through searching for a flat Earth, and you're like, "Wow, I remember this turn." Yeah, okay.
Yep. Yeah. Anytime Jenny Nicholson talks about Evermore, Catherine and I are going to sit there for 6 hours until she's done. Yeah, that's just gonna happen.
It's just how it works.
Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, so I need like 5 or 6, and I'm like, okay, well if I have 5 or 6, then like I want to replicate channel 2 somehow. How do I replicate channel 2? The old TV Guide channel.
Yeah.
So I spent a bunch of time trying to figure this out, and I've been doing a lot of analog gear lately. I looked at doing this all through analog means, and yeah, it gets expensive past 2 channels. So you can get gear that will probably do channel 3 and channel 4. Like I spent time looking at like how all of these signals are it's complicated. Video signals are really fucking complicated. That's what half this episode's gonna end up being about after this anyway.
Sure is.
Yeah, and it's always been complicated. So yeah, the parts to like kick out 6 or 10 channels are expensive new, but I have seen them come up on auction before, and I just didn't have this big dumb idea to know that I needed to buy them.
Yep.
So there's a chance I go that route. Or I found some other paths. Because I was like, well, what am I actually like? That was the idea. Was like, I want to like plug a TV tuner into the wall and see a YouTube video. That was kind of like the origin. And then I thought about it more. I'm like, well, really what I'm trying to do is replicate the experience of hitting channel up and going to another channel.
Yes.
That has different content that is already playing on a set schedule.
Yes. And also like not seeing like all of the modern graphic user interface of you hit
none of that
on
bullshit.
the button and it tells you what it is, how long you are into it. Like none of that.
No, I want to literally click channel up on the existing TV remote of the Insignia TV that is in our bedroom that is 10 years old at this point or whatever. I want to hit channel up on that thing, and I want a different thing to be on the television. And that's it. Yep. It's 100% of the interaction.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, can we do that digitally?
Yeah.
And yeah, so I looked into like streaming technologies, also, you know, really complicated. RTMP streaming. There's possibilities. There's possibilities. I spent a bunch of time looking at like custom implementations of trying to do this, and then I found out there's a thing built into VLC already that kind of does this. It allows you to set up a playlist in VLC and just kick it out to an RTMP stream. I'm just going to open VLC here and say what the thing is, because it would be annoying if I didn't do that. VLM?
Okay.
Yes, VLM. It's like a side project connected to VLC. If you open up VLC and go to Tools, the VLM configuration is there. And this allows you to like set up an actual schedule with a media list and output it to either a URL. Like you could use this to stream out of your network.
Interesting.
But I think I can do it locally.
Yep.
So that solves that end of it, of like getting the video going.
But that's just one channel.
Well, that would be one channel per active VLC instance.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
So I think I could like I got a bunch of computers laying around that have 10-year-old Intel processors that should have no problem doing this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping I could, you know, set up something on one of those and kick out 5 or 6 streams per box.
Then you have a control room in that back corner of your basement that has 6 CRTs that are all just outputting there. So you have a monitor channel and it's just green glowing room.
That's where we're getting eventually. That's not the first step.
That's the bigger dumb idea.
Yeah, that's further down the line.
Mm-hmm.
So you get those streams going out, and then but that would be over the network. So now I've abandoned coax, which is a bummer.
Yeah.
So now we're going LAN. So I'm like, okay, how do I do this? So now I need a receiver of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping a Pi can do it. I have not looked into it a ton. I assume a Pi can run VLC and watch a video stream. That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
I bet a Pi 2 can probably do that, honestly, if not a 4 or a 5 now, because the new ones just came out a bit ago. So if I go with a Pi or something close to that gives me the rest of the pieces that I need, which the last remaining hurdle is the interaction with the remote control.
Yes.
But IR is not hard to do. I've done IR before, so.
Also, that feels like it could be IR. Or it could also probably just be you can have like a Bluetooth connection to the Pi, right?
Yeah, I could, but I want to push channel up on my TV remote.
I see. Yes. Okay.
Very specifically, that button.
Yep,
that's what I want.
Not like a different remote. You want that one remote.
Right.
I see.
I want to hit power on the TV remote and hit channel up on the TV remote like it's 1997.
Oh, okay. That does sound complicated.
It's not that bad. You get an IR decoder, or you get like an IR receiver, and you connect that to a Pi, and then you hook that up to the serial monitor in the Pi, and then you point the remote at it, and you tell the IR receiver to start listening, and you hit the button on the remote a couple of times, and you find out what kind of signal that thing's kicking out.
Okay.
And then once
I have
you know
to
that,
do this every single time my Sonos updates, so
Yeah.
I'm familiar with this process.
yes, you can do that process in a pain in the ass way on a Pi using like serial, I think, to decode exactly what's happening there. And your Sonos is just comparing that against a table of known values to determine what's supposed to be happening, where we would be generating that table ourselves, essentially.
Yep. Yeah.
So we would figure out what that thing's doing. And then you would write a script that says when the IR receiver gets signal X, run script X. And script X would just forward from one stream to the next stream in the playlist.
Yep. Okay. This sounds doable.
That sounds kind of doable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not so dumb now.
No, it's dumb as hell.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but I might do it. I mean,
you have to at least do 1 or 2 channels to just get the proof of concept, and then you can just trash can the whole thing because you did it, and now you have 3 Raspberry Pis that you can just use for something else.
Mm-hmm. And then I was like, well, if I'm doing these scheduled programs, then channel 2's probably pretty easy to make. You could make a TV guide channel.
Yeah.
And just like kick that out of OBS or something, I would think.
Yeah, like I
bet I can automate all of this.
I feel like that's going to be the trick, right?
Yeah.
Like you could just display out a Excel spreadsheet of stuff. It's the automating part. And like,
I need that Excel sheet to scroll. Like if I'm doing this, it's going to replicate. It's going to be dumb. That's the big and dumb part also. If I'm making the TV guide channel, that fucking thing is going to scroll.
Yeah, like it is the entirety of Star Trek, and sometimes you just get a clunker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, there's not going to be a way to forward an episode faster. Yeah, no.
Perfect.
I guess I could set that up, but I don't think I want to. I think...
No. It defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
That's why you have more than one channel. You just switch to the next one.
Yep. Or you go read a book.
Yeah.
If those 5 aren't doing it, you go do something else then. Yeah.
That is a big and dumb idea, and I love this for you.
Mm-hmm.
You should do this and report back because I will not be doing this, but I do love that it could exist and that you could be doing it.
I mean, if I do it, I feel like it wouldn't be hard to open source that and throw up like some STL files, and then I can make a UI.
Yes.
And it could be a thing that another human could compile and construct themselves.
Yeah. So when I was asking you about the remote control, I was thinking of like the late 80s Apple 2-button mouse that just has like 2 enter keys in vertical orientation. Just like get me like a real chunky, like this is a clicker. This moves the pie.
Okay.
So we could go that route if we want.
Or like a big rotary encoder that changes the channel. Just like a big fuck off knob.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Just one of the like the knobs that you use to Jesus, just like analog old technology talk now. But yeah, have you ever scrolled microfiche?
Oh yeah, sure.
One of those good turny guys.
Yep.
Ugh. Got a good knob on there that you hold on to.
Mm-hmm. That hot incandescent smell that just permeates the area.
Good stuff. Yeah, we should do this actually.
Yeah. Look at that. This is on brand for what we're talking about today.
70% complete. Here it is.
And also,
we're going back.
Fuck all this new shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's like the topic of the day, right? Is fuck all this new shit. How has technology got to this point, and why does it suck so bad?
And what are we doing about it?
Yeah. Do you want to open up? I feel like you had a very long list of companies that you wanted to.
I'm scrolling up for my list now. Yeah. Oh yeah, we have a couple that I mean most companies I'm mad at. I feel like just as a matter of course, and if you're not, then you probably should be. I didn't tell you about that dumb time travel game. Do you want to see that, or should we just do this episode?
Let's do this episode, and then we'll come back to the time travel game.
Have I told you anything about that game?
Is it the Time Cop game?
Kind of. Not it is a time travel thing where you are trying to go back and intervene in a crime, but it is not related to Time Cop explicitly.
No, I don't think you have. We talked about that like Days of whatever game that I only remember you taking an assault rifle back to the Civil War, but other than that I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think that this is this.
Good. Yeah. Okay. No, this thing runs in DOSBox. It is very old, and I was trying to find. Here we go. So the manual. This is the. I'm just going to tease this very slightly here. The manual is 145 pages.
Off to a great start.
It comes in scans from a spiral bound, like a self-published kind of spiral bound vibe, like a thing you'd get in an elementary school binding, that kind of sort of thing. So it's 145 pages. The last 3 or 4 are a bibliography.
That's a lot of sourcing.
The last. Okay, so that's just the manual. So that's a 77-page PDF because it's 2 pages per PDF page. So it's recommended that you read all of the manual before you start the game. But that is not all, dear reader. It is also recommended that the accompanying novella is read before you start the game. This is scans of just a normal ass mass market produced book. And it is 90 pages long.
Jesus
I just saw the words Zulu witch doctor while I was scrolling and CIA jobs. So we'll let that dangle until.
Is it related to the, like, is it a novelization of the game, or is it here's like an Oscar Wilde story and it's going to be relevant?
I think it is a novelization of the prequel to the game. Maybe.
Okay. Huh.
I haven't read it yet.
But you've played the game?
No. I didn't want to. I needed you to know about these things before I engaged in them, because I need to know what you want to do with it, because it's gonna. This is gonna change your life, Phil. No.
No. I don't need a new life.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Do you wanna drop the name of this thing?
The name
for me and the dear listener.
The name would very much spoil what it's about, which is shocking. So I guess that I'll leave that up to you.
Is it about JFK?
Yes. Yeah, the game is Guardians of Infinity to Save Kennedy is the title.
What? Guardians of Infinity to save
Kennedy. Yes.
Huh. Wait, is the book called Guardians of Infinity?
Let me reopen this PDF. It's 200 megs, so it takes a second.
Oh, wait.
Guardians of Infinity to Save Kennedy is printed on the novella. The novella is actually, it looks like an N64 manual, but it's 90 pages long.
Okay. Never mind. Guardians of Infinity is a Marvel comic series, it appears, that came out in 2016, but it is written by Dan Abnett, who is the guy who wrote all of the Horus Heresy books. So, thought there was a connection there.
This came out late 80s, early 90s, I think.
With a title like that.
The manual is intense.
I have seen an image and I need to close it now.
Yep. Paragon Software, they have an excellently 90s ass late 80s 90s logo.
My god.
Guardians of Infinity, to Save Kennedy, subtitle, IBM and compatibles. System requirements, IBM compatible computer running MS-DOS 2.1 or greater and 512K memory.
It's available on Steam.
Yeah, I picked it up on GOG. For like $2.
2 user reviews.
the manual is excellent. It is, yeah, it's a lot. You'll see. We'll do something with this.
There are 2 reviews. One of them, 0.1 hours on record. Recommended. This is mind-blowing. Second review, 1 hour on record. Not recommended. A wall of text.
Both of those can be true.
Yep. Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Well, in the more like this, you have Chrono Trigger is the first game that is listed. So
nearly identical, I would assume.
I assume so, based on what I'm seeing here. Is that a ninja? What's happening? Huh. Prepare for the unexpected is what the trailer says. So this is a trip and a half. We will do something with this. Holy cow.
The schedules of the various historical figures are as accurate as our research allows. Given that the game occurs over a week's time and encompasses the lives of the mighty and obscure, certain liberties had to be taken in fleshing out the schedules and addresses of the over 100 historical characters inhabiting the game.
Right.
Yeah. Here we go. Recommended order of play. So I read the recommended order of play before I bought the game, and then I was like, okay, I have to buy this game and tell Phil about it now. There are supplemental materials included with your Guardians of Infinity software. This material is included for the purpose of better familiarizing you with the font is insane. Familiarizing you with the background and circumstances of the game. Blah, 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 blah. Recommended the following approach beginning the play of the game. Number 1, read the Guardians of Infinity novel, which came packaged with your game. By the way, Guardians of Infinity is always underlined for some reason.
Cool.
This novel will provide a background of the time crisis and give you an understanding of the various personalities of the agents who will be traveling back in time with you. Number 2, read your mission manual thoroughly and completely. Review the list of over 100 historical characters you can send your agents to meet. Also, glance over the random notes that could serve as evidence in proving you are from the future. Number 3, after reviewing all of this material, it will be time to begin the play of the game. See your reference card for actual instructions. So yeah, this is 143 pages of like timetables, like character 1 sheets, like 1-page biographies on actual humans. And then like fucking memos and org charts, and like it is
amazing.
It is intense.
I love that. That is very not the same type of game at all. But have you ever played Keep Calm and Nobody Explodes?
I have not played it, but I have printed the manual.
Okay. Are you aware? You're aware?
I'm familiar with it.
Yes. How it works.
Yes.
Okay. It is
I bought it and then COVID happened, and then we just never got around to making a time to play it.
One of the most played VR games I have for my PSVR, because it is so basically the game is there's a person who is playing on a screen or in a headset, and what they do is they have a bomb in front of them that has a whole bunch of widgets and gizmos on it that you have to solve.
Like a real Acme looking thing.
Yes, yeah. And then the other player has a printed binder of if you see a puzzle that has 6 wires, here is the way that you are able to like diagnose which version of that puzzle you have. Like if there are 2 yellow wires, then make sure you cut the red one, etc. But it's like a 50-page manual. Like you are like going through it, and the entire thing is timed. So we played that a lot, and in VR, it's extra crazy because you're just in VR with a controller in your hand, and you can't look at anything else. Like, you can't look at what the manual is. Like, there's no possible way for you to cheat at this. Like, you just have to sit there and be like, I don't fucking know. There's no way you could possibly understand what I'm trying to say, but it's a whirligig, and it spins, and it has numbers in it. It's fantastic. This feels very much like you need to have a co-pilot who is reading those future memos and the time charts to get this right.
I have shared my screen. Here is the
oh no.
Here's your Paragon software logo, which is excellent.
Oh yeah. This is the stuff.
Isn't this great?
God, I love this thing.
Look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that this is actually a thing that was printed out and these are real scans. But if you were like real deep into this game, this is also how I would expect the dev team to send you details on this. It just looks like you would expect to scroll through this and half of them would be redacted or something, and you would have to like fill in the redacted. Look at these timetables.
Yeah, it's so cool. This is gonna be dumb.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also impossible. This, I cannot imagine this is an easy game to play.
Oh, I'm sure it's a nightmare.
Wow. Yeah. But imagine how much easier it is now that I'm sure that you can OCR this PDF and you can at least like do bad text search to find
Control F stuff. Something here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't sit on this any longer.
That's so good. I've never heard of this game before.
I know.
That's really dumb. I like it.
Yep.
We should do something with that.
Yep, we will. Anyway.
I was gonna say a good segue was you have a particular thing in here called "fuck smart TVs" as a good
smart TVs. Yeah,
not so much from time travel, but I guess your big dumb idea is, I imagine, to get around smart televisions.
Oh yeah, I will not own a smart TV if it's with all in my power ever, for a lot of reasons. Some of them philosophical, some of them mechanical.
Sure.
Yeah. So like when was the last time I bought a TV? It's been a long time now. I have a 43-inch TV because I refuse to buy a smart TV.
Yeah. They don't really make those not smart anymore.
No, they don't. And for a long time, I think the only reason I bought this one was because I could tell this was the last model that they were going to make that wasn't. For a long time, you could still get like digital signage TVs, or like commercial models sold to hotels, or full sun spectrum. That was the other ones, stuff that are meant for like a 3-season room or something like that, or outdoor. Okay. A lot of times those TVs were not smart, were still relatively dumb displays, but that ship has sailed as well.
Sure.
Typically, all of those are of a lower quality, picture-wise, anyway. But still, but yeah, now all of those have fucking Alexa or something in them at a minimum now.
At least 2 voice assistants, most likely 3 or 4.
Yeah, and then the even some large computer monitors are now coming with it built in, because that was the next suggestion from people. It's like, oh, maybe you can just try to find like a big ass computer monitor that's a reasonable aspect ratio.
Yeah.
But even those, you'll find Android TV or something built into your computer monitor.
Why? What could you possibly want that for?
Okay. This was going to be later in the episode, but the why is the same reason that you can buy like a 70-inch TV for $300 now. Is because you are not buying a TV, you are just buying spyware that you're putting in your house. Yeah. And that's how they're paying for the TV. Like, they're giving you a TV in exchange for you doing spyware for them.
Yeah. No, I mostly mean, like, why would you buy a monitor? And the value add that you look at that monitor and say, yes, I would like to purchase this one is, I could have a bad version of Netflix on it.
It's because that was a monitor that was an avenue that you could buy a large display that didn't have spyware built into it, so they closed that avenue.
Closed it. Yeah. Okay.
That is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get tinfoil Hattie in this one. Sorry, everybody.
We had our fun with our big dumb ideas, and now it's time to get down to the dirt.
Yeah. Welcome to the world I normally dwell in, and I put on a different face when we do this show.
Yeah.
You're gonna get some of the raw shit today, I guess. Yeah. Where do we want to?
So I think let's start with the opening is smart televisions suck. I think part of that is the spyware aspect, right? I think the other part of it, and what has been like the impetus for this conversation, was the like batshit insane loopholes we had to jump through in order to watch an episode of television from a legally acquired Blu-ray copy of a next gen season on a TV, and how that took us 3 hours to figure
Something
out,
like that. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the resolution was we just simply didn't watch it on that TV.
Yeah, the resolution was I went and I got that dumb display out of the bedroom and I carried it into the basement and stacked it up on some boxes. And then we watched it that way. Because that was the shortest line between 2 points at that moment in time.
Yeah.
Until I did some shenanigans after the fact.
Yeah, like I think like the big thing that has jumped out to me about this that is also having me slowly tiptoe down this road is the HDCP stuff. That's like really been such a fucking bummer to me. It is like also impacted me in the past week, which is annoying. But yeah, I think you have some notes on this. Do you want to explain what HDCP is?
So HDCP, I believe, was made by Intel. It is digital rights management that is like baked into the HDMI specification.
Mm-hmm. So your cable has DRM, basically.
Yes, and both sides do. So, like a cryptographic handshake has to happen between the media source and the display. When the media source senses that it's outputting copyright protected material that is going to it's basically to try to like keep you from intercepting that copyrighted material on the line and recording it in transmission.
Yeah. Okay.
So they don't want you to like screen capture a next generation playback.
Yeah. And like
they want you to only put that out on. They don't want you to be able to get a video file by playing back a Blu-ray.
Right. And like a good kind of like software version of this is if you've ever tried to take a screenshot in Netflix and your screenshot outputs as a black screen. Like it's that, but in a kind of like hardware through the cable means.
Yeah. 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 It sucks.
So like the setup that we had for the next gen episode was we had one of your shitty little computers.
Yeah.
And then you had an external Blu-ray drive.
Mm-hmm.
And we put the next gen in the Blu-ray drive. And then you had to run it through, what was it called? CyberPower.
CyberPower was installed because that came with the Blu-ray player. And playing Blu-ray back on a computer is not as trivial a task as you would expect it to be. So that's part of it. Like VLC natively will not play a Blu-ray. I have found a way to me. Yeah, I found a way to. Yeah, man, it sucks. And like part of the issue is because we were using that Cisco display that is meant to live stream, so it intentionally turns off all the it intentionally says do not send me anything copy protected because this could be restreaming the content.
Yes. Yeah. So we like basically fed it through HDMI and that didn't work. And then
I just ran HDMI out of the laptop into the input because the big dumb Cisco thing has an HDMI in.
Yeah. And then we did that and then we tried it. We even tried it through a Chromecast, right?
I tried it through a Chromecast. I got it to mirror on audio. The Chromecast, and it played audio, but it would only do a black screen. But it would play the standard audio, and it would mirror everything else. It would mirror. I could get it to play YouTube. I could get it to do
Yeah.
I tried running it through a selector switch to see if that would strip the HDCP.
Yeah,
that didn't work.
Yeah.
So what I eventually got to work was installing MakeMKV, which I had not done before you were there.
Yes.
Installing MakeMKV and using that as the video player engine, like the decrypt engine for VLC. You can integrate MakeMKV within VLC, and that was able to do it.
Okay. But at that point, I guess
that was 3 days later, though. Yeah.
Yeah. And the crux of this is that every step of the way, it was a legally acquired Blu-ray. It was running through a licensed Blu-ray player into a retail purchase computer onto a display that was outputting through HDMI that was
Yep.
also, legally acquired through auction, but still legally acquired.
Yeah, I own
And
all of the stuff.
yeah. And like all of those things simply could not output a video onto a screen. And like the screen is just like, no, actually, you can't do that. I see that you own these things, but fuck you, actually. You can't watch Star Trek because I assume Cisco didn't pay the licensing fee or just like didn't want the 30-cent controller in there that would read that signal.
So I did some digging into this. So they're within the HDCP spec within HDMI. So we're like 2 layers of ruling bodies deep,
Consortium
essentially.
style.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. They have like specific rules about devices that can stream out. So that Cisco thing is under like a more strict set of guidelines to begin with, just as a device type, than it would be if it was a standard TV.
Yeah.
But because it has the telepresence stuff, that gets lumped under like a strict scrutiny kind of thing. So that's one half. And then the other half is it used to be easier to strip out HDCP. You used to be able to just buy, I mean, you still can buy things that will do it. But they did a revision on it a year or 2 ago, made that significantly more difficult.
Cool.
But if they catch you building a thing that does not adhere to HDCP, they can revoke your privileges to use HDMI as a corporation.
Nice. Cool. Yeah.
So if you do,
yay.
Yep. So if you do not enforce HDCP the way they want you to, they can just be like, no, Sony, you don't get to have HDMI ports on your AV receivers anymore.
Cool. Back to component, you go, you jackasses.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So
that blows.
Sure does. Yeah. Yeah, so that's why HDMI is bad. This is what, so I have some pretty deeply held design ethoses, and one of them is that displays should be dumb. That should be a one-way communication.
Their job is to display.
Yeah, there are like functional reasons that you could want them to do back and forth two-way communication. Handshakes are like around resolution, and it's convenient with powering things on and off through an AV receiver. Like there are a lot of convenience reasons that you would want to do that.
Interface. Like I can kind of see touch interface as that needs to be a conversation.
But opening that door means you get a bunch of DRM bullshit no matter what.
Yeah.
And that's going to be kind of the theme of my thesis here is opening the door to the bullshit.
Yes.
So just for like some background, I guess I was thinking about it. I have like kind of a weirdly specific resume about kind of dancing around all of these things that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
I want to be vague about it for reasons you and I have discussed. And that vagueness is probably going to make this sound significantly more impressive than it is. So do not fool yourself into believing I am of any importance. But I have worked in a lot of aspects of consumer electronics and business to business electronics for like close to a decade.
Mm-hmm.
I work with big data, I think is fair to say.
I think so. Yeah.
Like the one of the databases I work on daily has multiple tables with multiple billions of rows of information on them.
Yeah, that's big data.
It's big. It's not like Google big, but it's small big. Yeah, I have worked in an investigative capacity, both in a couple different venues, I guess I would say, related to these sectors as well. So I know some things. I know enough to sound convincing to a layperson and probably like an idiot to someone who knows what they're talking about. So keep that in mind as well.
That's just living, baby.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about some specific things. And I'm going to get some of the specifics wrong, but the specifics in this case aren't really the point. It's more of the possibilities. Like, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there specifically with some arguments around why people think this isn't a problem. But also, I was like an early adopter for shit for a long time. Like you could probably accurately label me a Google fanboy at one point, I would say. My first cell phone plan, back when we still paid for minutes, I intentionally got the smallest minute package you could get and the largest data package you could get because unlimited data was cheap then because there was nothing you could do with it. But Google had a VoIP service. So I never actually used my like analog phone number. I routed everything through data and through
Google
VoIP.
Voice.
Yeah. And that was on my HTC Thunderbolt. So
yes. Back when Thunderbolt wasn't a spec.
Yeah. That would have been like iPhone 4S territory.
Yeah.
Time-wise, something like that.
Quite early.
Yeah. So I've not always been a suspenders wearing crusty angry man about it either.
Yeah. I have no relevant experience really besides being a person who works in software development on the design side. But even on that front, I have like even the fledgling shit that I have done for video projects for 70% complete has been like eye-opening with some of this stuff where normally I am just a person who I use a smart TV and I just have a front end that just does not interact with the interface at all. But like, I was bitching with you back to the HTCP stuff. Like, I was bitching with you earlier this week about how it took me 5 days to get Bloodborne to show up on my computer screen. And the big solve there was you just go into the PlayStation menu and say disable HDCP, and that's it.
Yeah.
Really seems weird that there's a toggle for that when maybe it should just be off.
Oh, but most things that are toggle should just be off that we're going to talk about. But I think that probably dismantles or deactivates some of the HDCP content as well, right? That doesn't just strip HDCP out of the output signal. That like keeps you from actively watching Netflix, I think, doesn't it?
I think so. I don't have any of that stuff logged in on. This PlayStation is only a video game box. It is not logged into anything. Like it doesn't even share. It's the only thing I have that does not even share a username schema with all of my other shit. It's just fully its own thing. But yeah, I think that is true.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So like, let's just look at a smart TV. So the frequent argument is like, fucking, what do you care? Why spend energy caring about the smart TV thing? Just shut up and buy the cheaper TV and be happy that TVs are both good and cheap now.
Yes.
Which I think is compelling on its surface. I do have some sympathy to that desire. But not a ton. I run out of that relatively quickly once you start to examine it a little bit. Yeah. So, like first, it just fucking sucks. Like you want to turn the thing on and it should display the video output. That's what a display should do. I'm gonna try to stop hammering that, but damn it, that's how it should work. I'm gonna yell at my clouds. There's like similar to IoT devices, there can be network security issues with things like this. They typically don't get the examination that an iPhone would, or even like an Echo Dot is going to get more eyes on it than one of however many models Samsung's cranking out a year now, 50 or more probably.
Yeah.
Especially since they change every year. That makes it harder to keep track of what's going on also. It's the same reason that it's difficult to find like custom firmware that anyone has made for these, because they change so often that you could go through the tedium to do that, but then it's going to be valid on that model of TV and probably not next year's model, and maybe not even one of the 4 revisions that happen on that model throughout the year, depending on chipset changes.
Yeah, like you get your C variant and none of that shit works anymore.
Yeah. Because a controller chip somewhere on the inside changed. So there's that. There's the ads. Boy, I have views on ads that most people would find unreasonable, but I don't think they're good for your brain.
I think that's true.
Yeah, I hope we can all kind of vibe on that together.
Yep.
I don't think they're good for your brain. And in a lot of ways, you are a culmination of the things that you experience as a person. And a significant portion of that is fucking advertisements shot into your skull.
Yep.
So I have eliminated most advertisement from my life at this point, between ad blockers in the pie hole and abandoning things that don't give me other options.
Yeah.
But that sucks, man. Ads directly embedded into the menu of your TV is a real fucking bummer.
Yes. I mean, even within, like, even stepping away from the whole, like, smart TV of it all, like, even the, like, applications that you use as front ends to enjoy your media are laden with them. And that's not even, you know, we can talk about the premium, the pro tier of streaming services that were added to, like, reduce ad time, not even remove them. But, like, even when you are trying to select a program in the Disney streaming service, it's like, hey, did you know that we have this other service that you could pay money to? And how about all of this shit that we also own? Would you like tickets to a theme park? Did you know you could have a lot of fun there? Hey, did you check this thing out too? There's a new Moana movie coming out. Check it out. And it's just nonstop.
Yeah.
And that's innocuous.
Potentially. Yeah. Relatively, at least.
More so than.
Yeah. We're going to get to how it's not innocuous a little bit here.
Yeah.
When I start my origami, my foil origami project, in front of all of you. Fuck NordVPN, by the way. We're gonna take a quick segue here. Now that you made that point. So what I have been testing out a couple of VPNs, which is one of the things you can do to combat some of this. We'll go into that more detail either later or in another episode here. But NordVPN, they push notifications to my phone to upsell me. I have a set period. I have a year, 2 years. I don't know. I paid for a chunk of time for their service up front.
Yep.
They push ads as push notifications to my phone to upsell me on dedicated IP address, whatever other little ticky-tack $3-4 a month add-ons.
Yeah.
There is not a setting that you have access to as a consumer to make them stop doing that.
Cool.
The only way you could make them stop doing that is to, like, talk to a person at Nord and say, hey, on the back end, I need you to flip the flag that says stop advertising to this person.
Ugh.
And this is a product that ostensibly one of their primary selling features is privacy. Like that's the whole thing. Yeah, I'm fully out on Nord now. Sorry if we were going to do some ad revenue at some point. They will not be one of them.
No.
Yeah. Philosophically, fuck that.
Yes.
Anyway, okay. So why this can get, like, spooky, I guess, and why I'm such a grumpy goose about it today.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna make some assumptions on some things you could do with big data and a smart TV, just a smart TV. So let's say we play games together every Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes those don't go well. Sometimes we have a bad time.
Yes.
Sometimes we have a good time and we play a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
So it would not be difficult to build a schedule based off of when I play games.
Yeah.
And they'll kind of start to figure out the length of time that I play games. And maybe they'll be able to figure out triggers one way or the other. Or they'll just know that, like, oh, Logan normally plays Helldivers for 2.5 hours on Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight it was only 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And because of that, we could assume that Helldivers is broken, and he's probably upset. So now Reddit is gonna maybe be more inclined to spend money to find accounts that they know are people who play games and are upset specifically at that moment in time. And maybe they'll start feeding me more posts that'll make me angry at Arrowhead or make me mad about skill-based matchmaking, because they know that I'll then engage with that. And then I'll see an ad from Pizza Hut while I'm in Reddit.
Yes.
That's not hard to do.
No.
And it takes very little data to do that.
And
like
it's also it's really easy to look at that stuff too, because I think Reddit is a good example, because they expose a lot of that stuff by not having slick interface. Like the inline advertising that you can see in Reddit looks just as shitty as everything else. And the fact that you can sort posts by controversial makes it very clear that they are tracking that they are aware that like controversial stuff with their upvote and downvote system is like a user accessible and therefore backend accessible data thing that they can grab.
Yeah, and they're tracking so many more data points than you can possibly imagine.
Yeah.
All of these companies are across all of your devices. I mean, not a couple of years ago, AT&T and Verizon were caught inserting token IDs into your web traffic.
Cool.
So like the reverse of the privacy you get with a VPN is what AT&T and Verizon were doing with all of your data. They were just inserting a tracking ID into everything coming out of your phone to then package up and sell that.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. Yeah.
We definitely don't have time to get into it, but you should read the EULA for your car if it was made after 2015. That's check that and your insurance premiums, because they're related.
Yeah, I mean they don't, and the thing is like they don't it. So when I worked in the consumer space, I would hear very often from people that they thought their phone was listening to them.
Yeah.
And I still hear that from people.
I heard it last week. Yes.
Yeah. That is, in my view, a very, very naive understanding of the way this machine churns all of us to dust.
Yeah.
And it's rooted in like we all think we're special and important, and we're bad at really big numbers, and there's a lot of fucking people, like a lot of them, like a whole, like so many. I have a friend who I met on Reddit, who lives, I don't know, like 8 hours from me, give or take.
Yeah.
We had never met and never spoken to each other until we were both in our like early to mid 30s. And we share so many like weird data points and coincidences that don't even make sense. Like living the same number of blocks away from a Dairy Queen at the same period of time.
Cool.
Like tons of weird shit like that. And this is something that like machine learning actually is good at, is finding these points. So like early on, I would always say like, yeah, the phone is not listening to you because it doesn't have the fucking bandwidth for it. Like processing and internet, both of those would be easy to notice.
Yes.
The processing way less easy to notice now. Like that's totally
sure.
The data usage would still probably be noticeable, but the thing doesn't need to listen to you. It just needs all of these tracking IDs and to combine all this information into a profile. And they can say, cool, maybe you didn't Google that specific donut brand that you just heard of that you're getting an ads for, but of the 105,000 people who subscribe to the exact same podcast list you do, 80% of them did.
Yeah.
So now they're just going to push you the donut ads because you're probably pretty similar in interest to those other 80,000 people.
Yep. Or you are all, randomly attached to the Xfinity Wi-Fi that is available in large metro areas. And that shit just gets passed right through there.
Yeah. That's a good. So here's the next pushback that I hear on the smart TVs. This is a good segue for that.
Mhm.
And this is kind of like the common wisdom that you do now if you're not a crazy person like me and you're willing to buy a smart TV. The like common wisdom is to buy the smart TV, set up the smart TV, disconnect the smart TV from the internet, never connect the smart TV to the internet again.
Sure. Yeah.
Seems
that
like
sounds
a
like
great
it would
idea.
work. Yeah.
That does sound like it would work, doesn't it?
Yep.
You would really like to think that would work if you don't ever. You could even factory reset it, connect to the internet, get your firmware update, factory reset it so it doesn't even know the credentials of your Wi-Fi network at all. Yeah.
Or is there other wireless signals coming out of that connect to other things, Logan?
Phil,
can't possibly mean.
Have we ever talked about Amazon Sidewalk? Have I?
Not on a microphone.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Google Amazon Sidewalk. If you aren't familiar with it, it is a communication protocol that Amazon has baked into Echo devices, Nest devices. They have some wristbands specifically for people with dementia. It's baked into that. So
cool.
I think that's for locating. Tile
sure
is tied into this, so that's probably
Right.
why the dementia wristbands. And then they're coming out with a series of dog collars.
Yeah.
I think as well. Probably also
Fetch.
branched off the Tile stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what this does is it uses a mix of Bluetooth low energy communication and some radio frequencies to make a mesh network between Amazon devices.
Mm-hmm.
So you have maybe used a mesh network with Wi-Fi where you have multiple access points and you can just kind of walk around and your phone will connect from one to the other and you don't have to worry about it. It just does all that in the background for you.
Yeah. That's I do that through my Amazon owned Eero.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to want to not have that.
Yep.
For a lot of reasons.
Yeah, it's either that or the Verizon modem right now, but yes. Yep.
Yeah. If you think of all of the tracking that could be done by just
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, man, this sucks. Okay, so all of those devices can connect through BLE through radio frequencies, which is a little bit longer range.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon's current spec limits that to I think 50 kilobytes per second, something like that, which is not fast. So that's not enough to like shoot a constant video signal, but it is absolutely enough for a smart TV to communicate my kill death ratio in Call of Duty.
Yeah,
or that we just started a new Gilmore Girls rewatch, and now they're going to sell us a bunch of ice cream.
Yeah,
because they know we're going to binge TV shows. Yeah, so it's enough to send structured data, and it takes very little in the way of bandwidth to send what ends up being a lot of user data.
Also, like I think the thing that is also comes up in all of these, like my phone is listening to me things, is that it doesn't have to be real time. That like a 50 kilobit signal is like slow, and you can send tiny information that way, but it doesn't matter how fast it is. Like you don't need to get that pizza ad today or in the next 10 minutes. Like it is an insidious thing that will continue to go over and over. And as the data gets more complex, so do the things it offers you.
Yeah. And the next step with this is they're already doing this, but like customized pricing per person.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be able to take this data and know when I'm willing to pay $10 for a box of Oreos. They will know that moment before I know that moment.
Yep.
And then I will lose $10 in exchange for some Oreos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since I didn't explicitly state it, this mesh network, Amazon Sidewalk, means that you can not connect your smart TV, your Amazon Fire TV, to the internet ever. But since it's in your bedroom at the corner of your house and your neighbor has a Nest camera on the corner of their house just outside your window pointed at their own garage door, your TV can talk to that Nest cam and shit data back to Amazon through your neighbor's Nest camera because that's connected to their internet.
Yep.
This is an opt-out only service. This is a thing that they turned on by default for everyone in the background. If you have Amazon devices, it's probably on, unless you already knew about it and went in to turn it off.
Yep. Sucks. The Wikipedia page here says that Amazon Sidewalk covers 90% of the U.S. population. So
and I haven't seen this anywhere, so here's my bit of tinfoil. Is
it going to be the same tinfoil I have? Okay, you
probably. I mean, we know the delivery trucks have a data connection.
Same tinfoil.
So like, does it really just take a fucking van with a fat radio on it to just drive down your street? Is that enough to trip your TV in the basement? It might be. I don't know.
Real funny that your Eero is named FBI surveillance van when actually it's the Amazon surveillance van.
Yeah. And then we get to the like, well, what do I care? I have nothing to hide kind of thing.
My favorite.
It does not. That feels safe on the surface, and it has some underpinnings that are just not true. So one, it assumes whoever's looking at the data is doing so with fair intent.
Also that they're a cop. I feel like that's like I have nothing to hide is always the like, this data is being used to prosecute me for a crime that I obviously did not commit.
Oh, even if we do that one, I mean, like, we know the United States has executed, I think, close to 200 people that were later exonerated. Like, just because it's going to a cop does not mean it's going to go well for you.
Yes.
And just because you're innocent doesn't mean it's going to go well for you either.
Right.
And hey, now that due process is negotiable, that means due process doesn't exist. So fucking, you're not going to get to defend those data points. It takes very few data points to make a narrative that looks suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
And when you give someone access to tens of thousands of them, it's very trivial to present something that is in actuality incredibly innocuous, but to present it in a way that is devastating.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And then you get into like fucking what's happening at your operating system level. Like, what does Microsoft have access to?
Yes.
I don't know if you've caught any of the hubbub over the last couple of years with their version of Time Machine that they wanted to do.
Recall or whatever?
Yeah, that's what it was called. Jesus.
Wow. We're just going to take live video of your shit so you can, like, go backwards, I guess. Whoopsies.
Oh, oops, we recorded you logging into your bank.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, like
that's okay. Copilot will scrub it out. Don't you worry, none.
Yeah. I don't know if this is entirely anecdotal and bullshit, but I feel like I have seen a dramatically increased velocity of privacy policy updates lately. Mm-hmm. Now that it has become clear that no one will be prosecuted for any of this bullshit and no meaningful oversight will be taken in any way to protect anyone.
And I mean the thing that we haven't talked about here, I guess we just mentioned it, but like the land grab of data for LLMs is also like the big thing behind this. Like it did not start there, but feeding the data to the machine to then output things is like we are probably seeing that happen currently, where your anonymized private data, quote unquote private data,
quote unquote anonymized, number one.
Yeah.
That is
it's, what is it, 2 points of data to find, like, to actually solve an anonymous piece of data, I think is like two pieces of data from an anonymous user is enough.
I think it's a few more, but not many. Like,
it might, you know what? I think
3
it might
to 5.
Be,
if zip code is one of them, that cuts the numbers down real fast.
Yeah.
Zip code is kind of like the pivot point for a lot of that stuff still, because that can
narrows it down. Yeah.
It does. But like,
it sucks.
Yeah, the design ethos for all of this tech has always been like, just jam the shit out there, collect as much data as possible, figure out how to monetize it later.
Yep.
So it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. So like when I was alluding to cars earlier, and insurance, I previously had worked in a space that touched those things. And it was very much, this is the reason I left that job actually. It was very much well, if we just update the privacy policy and get them to click yes on this box, we ingest all data. Why would we need to just get the data that we need? We would like to know what their car is, how fast they drive it, how fast they slow down, where they live, where they're going, how often they're on sidewalk, or how often they're on the interstate, also how often they're on the sidewalk. I guess that's kind of important to know. And it was just this onslaught of, well, if there is more data, I want more data. Just give me it all, please. And it will not stop. Like, it will continue to get so much worse as we find more and more ways to sell even smaller ads to smaller segments of people.
Plus, I mean, we didn't touch like any of the social media tie-ins. All of these products do not exist to serve you a thing. They exist to drive engagement. Like, they are there to keep you in the thing so they can show you more ads. Everything else is downstream of that. So keep that in mind anytime you are engaging with any of those products. That is an inherently antagonistic relationship. They are there to consume your time, as much of it as they can.
Also is like a good way to assess how you use these things, and whenever there is a new update with a new feature, like, it is just a more straight to the dopamine receptors of the brain to like get you to use that thing even more and engage with it. That's why LinkedIn has stories. I'm sorry to tell you. That's why it's there.
So, yeah, man, fucking
So what do you, I guess, besides having your big dumb idea of putting G.I. Joe and Beast Wars on a television through a Raspberry Pi, like, what are you doing to avoid some of this stuff, or at least like feel slightly better about the small steps you are making to mitigate it?
Yeah, because I mean, the flip side of this is all the shit they made is really cool and convenient.
Yes. Yep.
It is. So I've been like tits deep in this for a long time. And I felt like I was always waiting for like the replacement that was less evil and mostly as good.
Yeah.
And or mostly as convenient.
Yep.
And I think I finally like hit the wall of like, well, no, man, the evil is what makes it convenient. Like, those things are inextricably linked. You don't,
or at least accessible, right?
You don't get the convenient shit without building the evil pipeline. And we have structured society in a way where someone will turn on the evil pipeline, because we built the machine specifically to do that. So finding a solution that is convenient and flashy and not evil is probably, unfortunately, not a reasonable path to take. Which fucking sucks. That sucks. So I am attempting a switch to Linux here. I have purchased new hardware to build new machines, because I need stable shit. Which means I'm going to keep running this Windows machine until I know enough about Linux to feel comfortable turning this thing off. I have a lot of years troubleshooting dumb issues in Windows, and I'm pretty good at it. And I don't have that back. So like, I take a step back making that change immediately.
Sure.
Even though it will be for the better eventually. So that, I mean, I've been running the Pi-hole forever. That's a great start. Switching browsers using Firefox would be that is going to probably be your easiest and most impactful in the short term, if it's not a thing you're doing already as a human.
Contentious recommendation, but Firefox is good.
Yeah, we're not picking good things. We are very much picking least worst options.
Yes. Also, just as a hey, FYI, private tabs are not anonymous. Just
sure aren't.
They're not. Just
sure
like
aren't.
you can have a good browser, but just know, like, as far as
your
I
ISP
know,
sees that, the browser sees that.
Like, Google, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, Google captures all of the information in your private browser. They're just not surfacing it back to you tied to your profile in a way that you can see. That's the only thing that does.
Yep. Yeah. So like, unless you're
the thing you're actually
like,
looking for there is a
running
VPN.
Tor, who knows? But maybe not even that.
You're looking for a VPN is what you want to do to do that. Because we didn't talk about like the ISP end of it. Your ISP sees all of the things you do if you are not using a VPN, and they are selling all of that as well.
Yeah.
So
there's like a wider world of data here of like your fucking credit card is telling on you on everything. Why do you think that there are SIM enabled cards? That's how it works, my guy.
Yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad.
Yep. So switch to Firefox. Good start.
Yeah.
That's Pi-hole. I feel like Pi-hole is the next step of I care about this stuff. And I've realized that maybe I should care about it more. And it's also a fun hobby project. So just do that. It's like a fun little thing to do.
Yeah. If you are not familiar, the Pi-hole is a like a custom DNS point that you're going to use as the router for your DNS router. Instead of pinging out to Cloudflare or something. Have we talked about Pi-holes before?
No,
I don't know.
Okay, not on mic. We haven't.
Okay, so I have a Raspberry Pi that runs some software. It is my DNS server. That was the word I couldn't find. DNS server. It is the DNS server I used. DNS is the common analogy is that it's like a phone book. I don't know if that's a useful analogy anymore to people.
That may be better than DNS, but
yeah. So like google.com is not at a place google.com. It's at an IP address that would be really inconvenient to know off the top of your head. I guess maybe an easier, a more recent analog would be the phone book in your cell phone as opposed to an analog phone book. Instead of, I don't need to know your number, Phil. I just need to be able to go look at a thing that knows your number that has your name tied to it. And that's what DNS is.
It just like creates an alias of a string of difficult numbers to remember.
Yeah, it's the thing that allows us to use human readable website names and still have the machines figure that shit out on the back end in less time than you can possibly fathom.
Yeah.
So the benefit to doing that yourself is you can blacklist and whitelist DNS results. So ad servers, this is becoming less useful now that more people are doing it and companies are trying to combat it. But typically, dynamically hosted ads come from a different server than the content itself. Mm-hmm. So when a web page loads, you'll see like a news article will pop up, and then the banner ads on the side will pop up. And the news article is coming from the website of the source, and those banner ads are coming from a different server. That news website has sold space on their page to an ad aggregator who then auctions off that ad space in a billionth of a second to somebody based on the ad profile attached to probably your MAC address at this point, honestly, with device fingerprinting. Mm-hmm. So what a DNS, what a Pi-hole does is it keeps a list of commonly known ad servers and just says, hey, anytime a browser or any web traffic that goes through your router tries to access one of those ad servers, just fucking tell it no.
Just don't.
Just fucking don't.
Yep.
This is better than an ad blocker. So an ad blocker, that stuff, that transaction still happens. It just doesn't display it. So an ad blocker is going to recognize that content came from an ad server, and it's just not going to display it on the page. Yeah. What this does is it keeps that data from ever entering your system in the first place.
Yeah.
So that is very useful. Like Microsoft fucking shits out so much tracking information across your network that you could just turn off with this thing. Now that people are doing this more often and some ad blockers use this strategy, we are seeing some combative maneuvers on the other side where we are getting like Google ads in YouTube videos, for instance. Those are coming from the same server. So a Pi-hole does nothing for YouTube ads.
That makes sense.
Because it can't distinguish between the two.
Yeah.
Also, you might hit a web page that's just like, hey, we can tell you're doing some stuff, so we're not going to play ball either. That'll happen occasionally. But the major benefit is that it's not device specific, because this is something happening at the router level. Yeah. So this hits the smart TV. This will clip the ads off of the smart TV most of the time, for instance. So all of those devices that you don't have a way to install a ad blocker on easily, this will hit.
Okay. I mean, that's good second step.
Yeah. And I've like, you can do a lot of maintenance on a Pi-hole if you want to and really tune stuff in. I tend to not. I update it probably less often than I should. But it's been pretty much bulletproof for me. Like I've been using the same Pi with the same SD card for 6 years now, I think, which is kind of crazy for an SD card.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. For like basically an always on device. Like that's not.
It's if there is power in the place that I am living, it has been on. Like it just it just stays on.
And it's like it's a pretty, I mean at this point like Pi-hole is like a very like it is a 5-step process or whatever on their website. This is like a very thriving and alive open source project, which is
it's a
handy.
Good way to kind of dip your toe into the waters of like compiling software on your end and getting that stuff to work.
And there's a lot of troubleshooting available too. So like if you run into a problem, odds are there are at least 5 different people who have found that, solved that, and then found worse ways that it could go bad.
And if you totally muck it up, then you just factory reset your router and set your router back up with the same Wi-Fi and password as it had before, and then everything goes back to
everything's fine. Yeah.
Usually you just have to set DNS back to automatic.
Good thing to do.
But so that is a both a project and kind of a fun thing. It also has the benefit of clipping out ads of a lot of dumb mobile games. So like I have a card game on my phone that doesn't collect data, according to them at least, but it does send me shitty ads every 5 or 6 hands. And if I route through the Pi-hole, those just don't happen.
It just doesn't.
It just doesn't.
Good job.
Doesn't even give me like a black screen and a progress bar I have to sit through. Like just as though they never existed.
Perfect. Love to see it. Now I can finally play Ebony.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah.
Probably. It's unfortunate. The entire game is an ad, so you can't play it, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well,
shoot.
IoT devices are a nightmare. Limit those if you can. For a lot of reasons. Those are scary, especially if you get like cheap Temu ones from who knows where. With someone who like isn't beholden to maintain security patches for you. But even if you get a name brand thing from a store, that will happen. Like I bought security cameras from Anchor. Hey, fuck Anchor, as long as we're doing this. Their cables are fine, but their cameras, I got their cameras because according to Anchor, they were end-to-end encrypted. And that turned out to not be the fucking case. In actuality, what they were doing is not encrypting anything and just shitting it through a publicly accessible website.
Cool.
So so those came down pretty quick.
This is the like horror scenario of that is you have no idea about this probably, or maybe have heard of it, but
baby monitors?
Baby monitors
is
like
I do know about this.
The like connected baby monitor that you can just load up on an app on your phone is actually barely encrypted, if at all, and some of them are incredibly easy to get into. So, you may have paranormal activity dreams of your baby doing wild shit, but it's mostly that someone is watching your child sleep for you across the world
or talking to them through the two-way communications that they have built into a lot of those.
Talking to them is real spooky.
Pay attention to where you point your cameras if you choose to have them.
Yeah.
So like that's the other thing. Preferably exterior, and preferably not pointed into publicly accessible areas.
Yep.
Like every time I walk through my neighborhood, I end up on 35 different cameras attached to houses.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. No, that sucks. Hate that.
Yeah. So we will see. I mean, I'm doing a bunch of network shenanigans, but most of that isn't related to the tracking stuff. I don't think.
I think like outside of that, like this is a project that I've been working on that is unfortunately I think has failed. I need to like spend some more time with it, but I think the project is bust. But if you have old tech laying around, look around and pop it open and see if there is stuff in there that you can do. I have a old 2013, 2014 Canon DSLR. And there is just a thriving community of people out there. They make Magic Lantern, which is a piece of custom firmware that you throw on top of the like existing Canon firmware. And it like basically unlocks a bunch of additional shit that you can do. Like my camera is not capable of even time lapse, but it is now because of that firmware. And mileage may vary, and also be slightly careful because this is why you use old tech, because sometimes something goes wrong and it is now a brick or a doorstop. But find old stuff, and you have that 10-year-old Insignia TV. See what you can do with it. See if you can do a dumb thing like put some television from the 80s on there, or like try to get your camera to do shit that it couldn't do before, so that you are using something that is disconnected from the network and is, at least you get some benefit out of it too. Oh, and this is another project actually, now that I think about it. Open Book, I think is what it's called. Speaking of getting off of the sidewalk network, I need to double check. Open
Is this
Book.
your e-reader?
Yes.
Kindle one?
Yes. It is called, it's called the Open Book. I'll try to remember to put notes of this or put this in the notes. But it is basically a custom firmware flash that you put on. You can put it on Kindles if you want. You can also, I think they have specs in here of just literally making your own. And it is 3D printed shells. It is running off of Kindles or easily accessible hardware, because e-ink is kind of like bad e-ink is pretty cheap still. You can just build one of these off of Adafruit, and it just runs Calibre on it. And you can unlock a bunch of the shit that Amazon makes you pay for, or remember, you can buy a cheap Amazon device that when you turn off the Kindle, it just puts an ad for a book on the front display there. You can turn that off with this if you would like. It is a really cool project, and you can run Doom on it, which is the thing I've been playing around with doing.
That's important.
Point. Yeah, it's very important. But it's a Creative Commons project under the MIT license too. So it is like open source. People are doing it, and it is a really, really cool project that just lets you take back a little bit more of your devices. Because I have actually my OG Kindle is one of the oldest devices I have in the house. I got it in must have been 2011, 2012. It is not the first Kindle, it is the second Kindle, and it still had AT&T 3G Wi-Fi.
Yep.
And the 3G signal in there until a year or two ago, when they finally turned it off.
Yeah, when that network went down.
Yep.
They deprecated the whole.
Yeah, so it's gone now, so I don't have that. But I can also just connect it to my computer, and it will stream Calibre cloud books to it. And that is just set up through a pipeline where I can get books from the library, maybe, do some stuff, and then I have the book, and then I can send it to my Kindle directly, even though it does not interface with Amazon anymore. It's a good project.
Yeah, it's all of this stuff is just going to be doing what you can where you can, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ideally we would all turn it off immediately, but that's not going to happen, and it's also not super reasonable to expect it to.
Yes.
The other common pushback is, just let people like openly sell their data. If this is the way it's going to work, then let's make this a two-way transaction instead of a one-way transaction.
Yeah, which does very much overemphasize how much a single user is worth.
Correct. Yeah, it feels appealing in our capitalistic system that we've built here. But yeah, you as a person are fucking nothing. Your data is quite literally useless. It is the data in aggregate where it becomes useful, when you can start querying it with tens of thousands, millions, or billions of results.
Yeah. Also, just think about any time you have ever received a class action lawsuit check in the mail.
Here's your 35 cents, asshole.
Yeah.
Sorry, we almost burned down your house.
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. I would simply not sell my data for that, and they would not want to pay anything for it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think really the end thesis here is that connected technology generally sucks. It is also, in a lot of instances, unavoidable, and you kind of just have to deal with it where you have to deal with it. Even dumb phones, as they are being known now, you can still get your email in there, and it kind of defeats the whole point. So I think that
avoidable, but it's not avoidable without losing a lot of convenient shit.
Yes. Yeah. So I think the takeaway here is start, at least be curious about how some of this stuff works, and be a little bit more present with how some of this stuff is being used against you. And I'm sure that there are communities of this open book project has 50,000 views on it. There is a draw, a small draw for projects like this, where people are building things and working in small communities to find tiny nooks that they can claw back a little bit of this, and maybe just don't have a Ring camera.
The Nook was actually a Barnes and Noble e-reader. I think it was the Kindle that you were.
Sorry. Yeah.
God, I miss my Sony e-reader. Fucking yeah, man. Products being good doesn't mean they're gonna win. Anyway.
Nope. Yeah.
Fucking Amazon. Yeah. I don't know.
I think that we'll end this the way that we started it, and I think, I guess first I would like to say, if you have come across any of these projects that we have not mentioned, if you have something that is a fun data privacy soldering project or something, let us know, because I am always on the hunt for dumb shit like this, even if it is just a way for me to feel like I paid enough money for my iFixit screwdriver set and the soldering iron.
Oh yeah, I have a pine saw that I need to put to
good use
still. Yeah, and that desoldering station, I got it on auction. If you want an update on dumb Linux attempts that I'm going to be bad at, and or the massive amounts of virtual LANs I'm about to try to set up, let us know that too.
Oh my God, yes.
Another tech update here. I have somewhere between 1 and 3 more computers to build a router with 3 access points, a switch, and maybe some cameras. I don't know. This router will take a hard drive. It'll record directly.
Oh my God.
The way that that Anchor promised me that thing would, and then it fucking didn't.
Yeah. So now you're rolling your own. I love that.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Cool. If you if you have dumb tech projects like this, I want to see them. I am a hardware design nerd at this point. I like making hardware, and I like seeing how it is made. I spent probably a good 6 months redesigning the shell for my RG35XX SP from Ambernick. Never printed it, but I sure have those designs, and I love that stuff. So I want to see the shell cases that you made of your twisted shit. I want to see how you're avoiding little brother, I guess, and I wanna see it all. So share them if you got them, or just like weird projects, because there's not enough of them out there. Was there any other points that you wanted to hit on this, Logan?
I mean,
and any last fuck yous that you want to get in there before we end this 2-hour record?
I mean, we didn't like shit on Microsoft nearly enough, but
that's true.
Also, that like Windows 11's a privacy nightmare. I had to pay for an H.265 codec the other day on Windows 10. That is what actually pushed me over the edge to build these Linux machines.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
and then I found out I didn't actually have to pay for that $1 codec. That I have a license for that codec by buying this GPU, but you have to jump through some hoops to get the free one. Yeah, fuck all this.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know. Bye. I'm gonna just be grumpy over here.
Maybe we should end with the bright spot.
Yeah,
maybe we like do it all, and then we're like, actually, here's the bright spot. The real bright spot is you the whole way.
I don't think anyone makes it this far.
That's probably true.
I'd rather give someone the dose of the positivity and then let them choose when to punch out, maybe.
Yeah,
because like I'm stuck with this. This is what happens in my brain all day. Yeah, like
did you end on Sidewalk or did you make it this far?
Oh, I'd bet they didn't make it to Sidewalk. I probably should have led with Sidewalk because of how spooky it is. That's been out for like a couple years, by the way. I don't know if I said that. It's been active for multiple years, and they have somewhat recently opened it up to third-party developers too. So yeah.
I mean, this is it's funny because this is separate from the what was it called? Amazon Key? Amazon What's the one where you have a Ring garage opener or something, and Amazon has the thing to open it, and they can drop your packages in a Amazon Key is a service that provides secure delivery of packages and groceries into your garage, behind a gate, or inside multi-unit buildings, eliminating the need for customers to be home or leave keys with neighbors. Set up in-garage or in-gate delivery, which costs a fee that is waived when using Amazon Day.
That's wild. So
but it requires Ring to do it.
Yeah, that requires hardware. So they're getting you baked into that's a very Apple-like solution. They're getting you baked in with the hardware, which is going to make it harder to distance yourself from Amazon in the future. Because then if you're like looking between two deliveries or two different purchase options, and Amazon can lock that package up for you when they deliver it, but it costs $10 more, then you're probably gonna do that if it's something you care about.
I thought this thing got shut down. It did not. It is still happening.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Different smart garage door openers. I think the thing that actually got shut down was with the Ring doorbell, or with the Ring lock. Because I think they were also doing.
Oh yeah, fucking don't put smart locks on your house. Shit. I also do lock picking, by the way. Don't know if we mentioned that. Don't fucking put smart locks in your house.
Don't do that.
Yeah. God damn. We're so bad at ending podcasts.
Yes. From October 2020, Amazon's in-home delivery service will allow them to put it in your home. I think that part is no longer active. They probably focus tested that one out. But,
that seems like a liability issue on their end for a lot of reasons.
Let some dogs out.
Yeah.
Seems bad. Yep. Here's an Amazon image of an Amazon delivery driver putting a package inside your front door. Terrible.
I'm gonna live in a mountain somewhere.
Yeah. There are 0 comments on this post. Unbelievable. April 2018 is when this is from.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
Did we talk about zombie cookies?
We didn't talk about zombie cookies. No.
Zombie cookies. Those are real. That's a specific type of doodad that they can place on your machine that you can't find it and you can't delete it. And when you delete your cookies, it remembers the cookies you had and just puts them right back.
Nice. Ugh. Love to see it.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what company that was.
Great.
Turn, maybe?
Yeah, Turn is what it says. Online Advertising Clearinghouse. Gross.
Turn executives said the only way users can opt out is to install a Turn opt-out cookie on their machine. That cookie is not designed to prevent Turn from collecting data about a user, only to prevent Turn from showing targeted ads to that user.
Cool.
ProPublica's test showed that even Verizon users who installed the Turn opt-out cookie continued to receive the Turn tracking cookie as well. Turn said despite the appearance of the tracking cookie, it continues to honor the opt-out cookie. Yeah, I don't fucking...
Cool. After an article by ProPublica revealed this fact in January 2015, Turn claimed it had suspended usage of their zombie cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Disagree.
Yeah. Also, the NSA has all that shit too. So
yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I also forgot that we're fully out of the show at this point.
Okay.
I pre-recorded the ending.
Oh yeah.
So we don't have to end the show. I can just decide when the show ends.
That's good. I mean, that's technically how it works either way, I suppose.
Hey, thanks for listening. I've been Phil, and he's been Logan. Our music is by Nicholas Cahill. Head over to 70%complete.com for articles, blogs, and reviews. And you can also watch our video essays and Let's Plays on YouTube. Or, tune in mostly daily for my short chat podcast, Point to Point. There's also a link to join our Discord down there. Come hang out and chat RuneScape, tech, or, really anything else with all the great people there. All the links are in the show notes. And we'll be back soon with another episode of Esoteric Nonsense. See you then.